Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yes, indeed, it is Thursday, and I have therapy today. Another one of those can't drive there to the appointment, so we're going to have it online, or if I can't even get my microphone to work, because I haven't been able to get my camera to work with the guy's software for the appointments for ages. You know, when it does work, it's a miracle. But at least the microphone works, though. I have had to just call on the phone. So, that's special. The thing is, his interface uses Flash. But Flash has been on the way out for years. And now, it's just being, it's going to be cut out entirely. But is the software made for anything but Flash? No. So I've got to go through and talk to each of my browsers, because it's, browser based. And I have to tell it, run Flash, it's okay. Let it use the camera, it's okay. Let it use the microphone, it's okay. And the weird thing is, I will tell the main browser, use my webcam, use my microphone. And then it does so. But then when it opens up the individual window for the counseling session, it's using a camera that's not an actual camera. It's a software camera that's supposed to run with something else that's not even installed anymore. And even though it's been told use the actual camera, it's not using the actual camera. So the browsers don't want to run Flash no matter what. And then the Flash application won't use the right camera, even though the main Flash application is telling the child application, use this camera. So it just goes, oh, okay, I'll use this one instead. And there's no way to change it. It's a grayed out option. So I have no ideas what to do. I just wish they would switch to a different format, but life is life. So it's either I'm going to sit here and see my counselor and talk, or be on the phone, or maybe this time it'll actually work correctly. Yeah, what are the odds of that? I irritated a spider this morning. I have some things on the side of my system here. My setup. I have my computer within reach right down there, and usually I have stuff stacked on top of it. Like, I put my thing here, and I had this next to something else, and at night I have it plugged into USB port, and then it's turned on this top LED so that even though it's middle of the night in pitch black, the hamsters have a little bit of light. The cat has enough light that she can at least see, and so she's not going to be blundering around and knocking stuff down, and the hamsters are going to be okay. But I picked it up, pulled the cord out, set it down, and then saw a bit of motion out of the corner of my eye. And looked down, because I was like, oh, is this a moth? Was there a moth down there? But no, there was a big old spider with a body about as big as my fingernail there. And then, the legs that come out of that curled up from the stuff that I had down on the computer case up to the tippy top of the camera. Even though I had flashlight, and even though I was moving it around, the anchoring line that the spider had put up there was still intact. And so when I set it down, she just went doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and then climbed up to the top where this part is. And then I went, oh no, because, I don't want her to, be killed or starve or anything like that. So I got, I left it over there. I have my back scratcher, and I use my back scratcher to capture her. I put it underneath her, scooped her up, she climbed onto it, and as I got closer to the window, she was more just going doot, 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 and then dangling, so I was having to reach over and pick up the cord that she was dangling from and lowering herself and lift it up, and then get the other thing and hook it, and then lift her up, and then grab her some more so that I could keep her up high so that I could get her out the window, and then finally out the window. So she is outside, and It was a fairly large spider, so it was a female spider. I mean, if you see a spider, primarily if you see a spider, that's a female spider, because especially if it's of any size, male spiders are very tiny and small. They're very skittish because they're tiny and small. And so you rarely see a male spider. I'm sure that you have, but how are you going to be able to sex a spider? I can't. So aside from the fact that female spiders are large and aggressive and the web builders and the hunters, and male spiders are tiny and skittish and hide because they're prey. So if you see a big spider, like this morning when she was all climbing up onto the flashlight, yeah, it was a she. So, but that's okay. Definitely a thumbs up. I mean, there's a reason that they say, the female of the species is more deadly than the male. There's a reason for that. Because it's true. So, sociologically and culturally as well. Thumbs up for that. I did not go full walkies last night, but I had gone walkies the night before. So I didn't really worry too much that I wasn't going the full 6 or 7 mile walk, because the night before I had made the 7 mile walk. So I just walked downtown and then walked back, because I had fallen asleep in my chair a lot yesterday. And there's a couple of reasons I don't like to do that. Number one is, I said a lot, I have sleep apnea, and it's central apnea. It's not obstructive, so even though I've lost a ton of weight, I lost over half my body mass, in the space of like 2 months. So it's not obstructive. And they have checked, it is called central. It's just for whatever reason, my brain forgets to tell my lungs to breathe. And it's not because of the fact that I was on methadone, because I've had sleep apnea since the 90s. But I was undiagnosed and didn't realize what was going on. So it was like the year 2003, 2004, when I finally was diagnosed and then got a sleep apnea machine, and then have done so much better since then. Now, where was I going with that? I remember I was talking about the walking, but then I can't remember suddenly why I was onto the sleep apnea part. No, this is the fibromyalgia and the issues with my memory because of the fibro. This is the bad part about life. I mean, my memory has been pretty good when I was younger. Got bad as I got older from a combination of my active alcoholism, because I fried my brain pretty hard by drinking so much and so long and so hard, and with coming on fibromyalgia, which makes it difficult to remember stuff. Depression makes it very, very difficult to remember things. So my memory just bottomed out for a long time, and it has been coming back. But I'm going to hit a functional limit, because there is fibro fog where your thoughts are just yanked out of your head. And unfortunately, aside from the fact that I know I was talking about going walkies, I can't even remember why I was telling the story of what was going on with my sleep apnea. I think I was talking about falling asleep in my chair. You see, thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration, where I just have to talk and bubble sort my brain, where yes, I do not have any particular thing that I'm talking about. I'm just talking because I have been a talker my whole life, and if I don't talk, my thoughts just get jammed up and jumbled and nothing works. I have to talk. I have to talk stuff out. I have to talk about my fears, my hopes, just what happens in my life. Thank you so much for coming along with me, allowing me to do this, allowing my brain to function better. It is so appreciative. Appreciated. Thank you so very, very much. But now let's see if I can get back to what I was talking about. Because I was talking about sleep apnea because I've been falling asleep in my chair. Ha ha! And I fell asleep in my chair so much yesterday, and so often, even around 7 o'clock that night yesterday. And that usually doesn't happen. if I'm going to fall asleep, I usually fall asleep right around, anywhere from noon to 4, when it's usually the hottest. But no, it was all day yesterday, and my legs felt terrible because of that. Especially after I've watched that one video about the guy who sat for 73 hours, got blood clots in his legs because of that, and when he stood up, the clots came loose. Pulmonary embolism blocked his arteries in his lungs, which immediately backs up the blood into your heart, which immediately causes cardiac issues, which immediately knocks you out and down. I mean, he stood up, took a couple steps, and then was unconscious because the blood clots went from his legs to his heart to his lungs, got stuck, bam. Hokey smoke. So yeah, my legs were kind of feeling not so pleasant because of it's not a wonderful soft chair. It's not made to be a soft chair. It's made to be a gaming chair. And so that's okay. I got some towels put on here for cushioning because, cushion sinks and settles as you sit on it. So I've got some towels to keep it soft and keep me raised up so that the bottom of the chair doesn't press into the backs of my thighs, because you don't want that. Blocked blood vessels, coagulation, clots, ugh. So I shouldn't worry about it too much, aside from the fact that I also had the combination of I didn't drink as much as I usually do yesterday, and so I was my legs don't feel good, almost painful, combined with I didn't drink as much as I should have today. I better go walking, I don't want to die of blood clots. So I got up and I walked around town. And it was a nice walk. It's nice downtown. I mean, it's nice to walk. And Shelton is, I'd say it's a nice town, but it's also dying. I mean, stores rarely open. There's always new growth sometimes. Somebody's going to open up this or somebody's going to open up that. But it's like every couple months somebody opens up something. But regularly things are still closing down. So for every new growth that we get, one new thing crops up, 2 or 3 go away. And then the odds of that new one staying there are very poor. The big thing that really makes me sad is we have this one plaza, kind of a strip mall thing in town, where there was a big old bookstore, and the restaurant next to them wanted to expand a little. And so they said, okay, tell you what, we're going to move. This other place in this other building closed down. We'll take their place. You can expand. Everything will be okay. So they did. They moved into their new position. Wasn't but a couple months before they were closed and empty and just a for lease sign up there. And that happens so much. We've got just so many things closing down. And there was so we've had 2 buildings, though. I don't know about this other one. One of them is still empty because it was, basically, what is the word? When it's not safe for people to be in it. All of a sudden, it's like restaurants open, the lounge is open, and the next day it's closed and shut, not safe for people. And then there's, next to the food bank, there's this other place that's, kind of a religious, way too religious, but outreach type place where they sell stuff and they do things. And that was closed for a while because it was unsafe for people to be there. So I don't know what's going on. And they have a Chinese restaurant in town. Well, a Chinese American restaurant in town that closed like a year or 2 ago, but it had been there for like 60 years. But taking a look at it there, holy smokes, the whole place is just like falling apart. They're having to gut the inside of it. So much of stuff in town is just falling apart and closing. So thumbs up for that. Hey, welcome to Shelton. Welcome to the United States of America. Welcome to Earth. Greetings and welcome. Yay. It is a good thing. It's good to be alive even as the world burns around us. So hopefully the world will stop burning quite so quickly. Hopefully we'll get the billionaires to realize, maybe all of us dying isn't such a good thing. Might be a good thing. But there might be continued human survival. It's hard to say. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them later, but for right now, I'm thanking you for having left a comment. Whether it's a good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment, thank you for having left a comment. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count in American Sign Language, I have explained about my memory, so I do my best. So let's see what we got. We have Isa Falega. I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And Damien Valdez, thank you very much. Whatever. With an exclamation point, no less. Thank you very, very much. And 76 Guy Z, greatly appreciated. Kira Lemon Grab, always good to see you in the comments. I miss you when you're not here. I miss everybody when they're not here. And B, thumbs up and thank you. Leonid H, thank you very, very much. And then we have Ravens Desecration, thumbs up and thank you. Confused Owl 29, good to see you in the comments. Snoopy the Dog, thank you very, very much. Russian Timing, thumbs up and thank you. And then we have Jack Akira, thank you very, very much. Kathy Kitscat, having troubles making my rental tongue work this morning. C1 Catwoman, thumbs up and thank you. Philip Conboy, greatly appreciated. Kevin Solano, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, happy half birthday. I hope to get you a picture drawn here. I'm not going to be able to show it being drawn, most likely, but hopefully get it drawn and then show it off. Ill Will Gaming, thumbs up and thank you. Kieran Slipknot Iowa fan, thumbs up and thank you very much. Helvetin Necru, thank you very much. Help, greatly appreciated. Mike Correa, thank you very, very much. Hannah Hollingsworth, with a lot of H's in that name, thumbs up and thank you. Stack Verkest, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Dwayne Drummond. Thank you all so very much. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people in it. It is appreciated. Thank you so much. If you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. Haven't done anything with it yet, but I will one day, I promise you that. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are very down with it or just slightly down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until literal end of time, which is a good thing, so definitely a thumbs up. Yeah, so I'm going to be antsy and anxious until my appointment actually happens. It doesn't matter what a thing is, even if I'm planning just to go to the store and say I'm going to be leaving in 20 minutes. I just get antsy and pacing and picking stuff up and putting it down until it's time to go. And so that's the way I'm feeling waiting for my appointment. And the closer it gets to 9 o'clock, the more I'm going to feel that way until it happens. It's weird. I don't understand it. I don't really like it, but there you go. Still though, I've got this video, I've got another video coming up. Hopefully I'm going to get a song mutilation done. I've got still phone calls to make. I need to call the Department of Social and Health Services, see if there's any directions that they can point me. I've tried calling 211, the federal thing. That didn't help. So still trying, still working, and that's a good thing. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. And you may be terrified of spiders, but don't hate them. Just be scared of them. That's okay.